but just to mention that having two snipers on this map is an advantage towards the towards the top, but if he moves his shotgun towards the bottom buildings, he can duck and weave where he can get get an advantage with that shotgun there. And we'll load to see what their first moves were.
And also, I have a request that could you get rid of frozen Synapse live, please, or something like that? Is there something which says that on the stream?
Let me check it out. I might be able to.
Apparently there's something in the way, and Garrett is...
Alright, it's out of the way. It should be, at least. I don't know if it is. Just let me know if it's still there by the time you get this message.
Okay.
Okay. First turn. You can see both machine gunners went behind this wall to crouch. I'm assuming he's getting them into a more... what do I want to say? More ambush position. Because it's light, he knows exactly where the enemy is. He might have been hoping that Shrike maybe would have moved his units in the open, so in the next turn he could have taken them out. He's doing exactly what I thought he would do with the shotgun. He's moving him through the buildings, use the advantage of his close range. And obviously Shrike has the snipers, and it would be smarter for him to keep them towards the top and further away. Snipers are great at area deniability. They can cover an entire region and just absolutely rock anyone at a range. If his machine gunners would have moved to this cover somehow, and even if they got first sight at this range, this sniper would still be able to just take them out. Anything you would like to say?
I'm just trying to send the text to Paul because I realised that it didn't send earlier today.
Oh boy.
So yeah, we're just trying to get a few more viewers in on here. Yes, so basically, the snipers, as you said, would likely stay around the top left part of the map so that they control the center, because area denial is very crucial for Disputed. Because if any boxes spawn right in the center of this map, the snipers can deny any access to that, and then therefore giving them to Shrike, who's the guy with two snipers. And Gota's tactic for this is really to neutralize those snipers. He needs to neutralize them so that he can open up more of the map, because it is so very, very open in the middle, and I am not getting that text through. This is really annoying. If anyone has Paul Taylor's phone, could you please text him so that he can tweet?
You could try calling him. You just put your mic on mute quick. Just make sure that the guys know to submit their next turn, or
okay,
just let me know when they submit them.
Yes, I'm just going to keep talking. Okay, so I am talking, and can you still...
You are cutting in and out right now. Just so you all know, Leroy, as also known as Mr. Cray, is lying to his roommates that his internet is out. He needs all the internet he can hog to get this live stream up and running so he does not lose his connection. Unfortunately, that requires him to tell his roommates that the internet's not working, so then he can use all of it. It appears that Mr. K... Okay, he's back.
Okay, I'm back. I just muted the mic, and I couldn't call Paul. I clearly got the wrong number. But also, that is a slight lie. I only disabled one person's internet today, because that person managed to suck all of the connection.
You're lying to one person, not
yes,
your...
I even cleared it with the landlord, so that now the whole house is lying to this one person.
So it's okay. Don't worry about it, guys.
Exactly. So okay, so I am here for you guys, and oh god. Okay, so what do we have? We have... let's see. Okay, I'm just going to double check that they haven't been... I'm just getting a whole bunch of laughs in the IRC from disabling disabling housemates' internet. And yes. Okay. So I haven't got any primes from the other players, but general tactics, in fact, if you guys want to say for experienced players in the IRC, it would be nice for any new players watching the stream if you could just chime in with general tactics about what the two players should be doing at this stage. Oh, did we... Is that... Oh, you see Shrike's MG at the left? He hasn't exited.
He
It
has
looks like
not.
that. It looks like that bug has been gone. So now you can only exit now if you are carrying. Oh no, that would make sense. Sorry, you can exit from turn 5 and onwards, even if you're not carrying a box.
Okay, I just want to
But
clarify for everyone. After turn 5, as soon as your unit hits the green box, or the green lines, I'm sorry, the green border, he will disappear and take the points with him. So if you run a unit to that green line after turn 5, he will disappear and you will not be able to use that unit. So do not do that, but until turn 5 you are safe. That's kind of what Mr. K was surprised about. Alright, go ahead and continue.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
I'm trying to
don't worry
just
about
get
it.
ourselves some more viewers. So
I would also like to mention another tactic. We showed it in yesterday's stream, but obviously we only had like 10 viewers at the time. There is a distraction technique, and what that is you go into the line of sight of the enemy, but you actually don't engage. It's all about having the enemy aim at that unit while you have another unit move into another position that would otherwise have him killed, or, you know, so you can sneak around to another spot and just take him out. I'll kind of show you what I mean. If this unit were to stand up, continue on sight, he would. Okay, I did that wrong. Obviously he got the sniper's attention, but what would it require for him to run back and forth? So then he would keep getting that sniper's attention, and he would not actually be able to engage another unit that, let's say, would try to run across the map.
just for clarification here, both players have taken their turn to have primed, but the servers are currently so overloaded with all of you beautiful people trying to play Frozen Synapse. And the dev team did not expect this to happen. They did not expect Total Biscuit, Penny Arcade, Eurogamer to give such great reviews of this game, as well as other people I have not mentioned. I'm sorry if I have not mentioned you, and thank you for great reviews. Did not expect all of this to happen. So their servers are overloaded, and which is why it takes some time to log into the game or to send turns to other players. So this is why there's going to be a slight delay between turns in this stream.
Yes, normally this wouldn't happen, but obviously none of this popularity was expected. So.
But thank you very much for purchasing the game and for currently viewing the stream. What I have attempted to load the next turn just to see if the prime has gone through, and if I could have no, Shrike still is sending the the turn to the server. So I'm sorry if it's not going well. If it ends up breaking, then what we're going to do is we're going to cut to previous games, or Zolkowski and I can maybe jump into a quick 20. This happened earlier today. It was amazing. Zolkowski and I were slightly bored, and he was drunk, and we were prepping up for the stream.
Maybe a little bit right now still.
Yeah. We were prepping for the stream, getting our voices ready, getting all excited about Frozen Synapse. And by doing this, Zolkowski suggested that we take 20-second turns in Frozen Synapse, roughly.
Yes.
It ended up being more like 10 seconds, to be honest. It is brilliant. If you're a long-term time player of Frozen Synapse, I suggest you go up to someone, ask for 20-second turns of Dark Extermination, and it's a very different game.
It's pretty fun. You don't really have much time to test to see if things work or not, so it really just tests your skills of knowing what already works.
Yes. And okay, so there is Inix just said in the IRC that it's easier to put the steps duck, stand up, etc.
Okay.
Just to point out,
I finally made this distraction thing work, so I'll kind of show it off.
Okay, yes.
It took
go
a
ahead.
bit of planning because the lines were together. But as you can see, because this unit's running here, it distracted the sniper long enough for him to get into the cover over here, which otherwise would have gotten him killed. Because he's running back and forth here and managed to crouch back behind the box, the sniper doesn't have enough time to actually shoot him and take him out. It's a very good advantage on open maps, and actually I use it almost every single match. The best counter to this is have the ignore unit command. It's good to have maybe one unit ignore one unit, the other unit ignore the other, to assume that they're going to do this. Of course, as a more experienced player, a lot of the new players don't do this, and it actually gets me killed more often than that now. So it's a little difficult to tell if your enemy does it. A good way to counter this as well is to check your opponent's replays. This is why taking your time is probably the best route to go, as opposed to the submit, submit, submit turns as I have been seeing. Though it is fun, can make you lose quite a bit if you don't know your enemy's strategy.
Okay, so as I was explaining, the distraction technique, if you want to, this is a problem which happens to a lot of new players, and that they duck and they crouch and then they run around the whole map in a crouched position really slowly. Crouching does not give you an advantage in shooting. You are in exactly the same position as a guy who's standing. Crouching simply hides yourself if you are behind a box. Now, if you are changing stance, if you're going from ducked to standing or from standing to ducked, immediately you change your stance, you are at the worst modifier possible for about 0.5 seconds. So even if you're behind cover and you decide to stand up and then shoot someone, you will be at a disadvantage because changing stance is that heavy at modifying. And this is to reduce camping and to have much more fluid gameplay, which is what Frozen Synapse is all about.
Right.
So I want to stress that issue, that crouching does not give you an aim advantage, and changing stance gives you a heavy disadvantage in firefights.
It can actually end up screwing you. Like if you know an enemy is chasing you, let's say in this corridor right here, you think it's a good idea to run around, crouch, and turn around at the same time, and within the 0.5 second you crouch, he will actually have an advantage coming around that corner so long as he's aiming towards that direction you ran, and will take you out. Even if you, I don't want to say even if you had that first sight. If it's a shotgun unit, you still will be able to take you out because shotguns are gods. But it's a disadvantage factor to take into note. I'll kind of clarify on what like advantage and disadvantage factors are. One of the factors is aiming. If you're aiming in a direction, that's better than if you just left that unit idle. If you're moving, that is a disadvantage. You lose some points for that. But if you're aiming while you're moving, it's better than just if you were just moving. Behind cover is a good one. Moving behind cover is a disadvantage, but it's still better than someone moving and aiming. Like, if they were over here coming towards this cover, if you were to move and aim to this cover, so long as they weren't close enough to get the advantage of the cover, then you'll still take them out. And do we know if they submitted their turns yet?
I am just going to load to see, because they attempted to submit, but the server is so busy.
Right.
And I can hear myself because I am streaming the stream as well. Okay, so I've stopped that. Okay, so I'm loading the game and seeing if it's happening. And it's taking so long because there are so many of you playing this lovely, lovely game. Okay, and there are a few issues which we might as well bring up in the stream. Friends are currently finding it difficult to play the game, and we know this is an issue. And